Let's be real for a second. We all use AI coding agents. They're amazing, they're wicked fast, but they're also kind of chaotic, right? Well, today, we're going to talk about a way to tame that beast, to bring some serious discipline to your AI, and turn it from a wild coder into a true engineering partner.
And it all starts by admitting a really simple but super frustrating truth. Your AI coding agent, yeah, it has a dirty secret.
You give it a task, and whoosh, it's off to the races. There's no thinking, no strategy, it just starts coding, leaving a mess in its wake.
And maybe even worse, it has this unwavering belief that its code is perfect. It hands you this thing that looks great on the surface, but you're the one who has to go find all the bugs hiding inside.
And this is the punchline we all know too well. It spits out hundreds of lines of code with all the confidence in the world, only for you to realize it completely missed the point.
So yeah, let's just call it what it is, the agent's dirty secret. It's the reason we lose so many hours and end up buried in spaghetti code when all we wanted was a clean, simple solution.
I mean, come on, who hasn't lived this exact scenario? You ask for one simple, working feature. What do you get back? This monster. 400 lines of code that won't even compile, no tests in sight, and just like that, your afternoon is gone, dedicated to debugging. The agent isn't stupid, you know, it's just an undisciplined cowboy coder.
But what if you could give that cowboy coder a rulebook, a sheriff's badge? Well, that's exactly where this solution comes in. It's a discipline layer, and it's called CodeForge.
Now, it's really important to get this. CodeForge is not another AI agent. Nope, it's a plugin that sits on top of the agent you already use and love, and it forces it to follow a real software development workflow. It takes all that raw speed and channels it into something structured and, reliable.
And the best part? It already works with the tools you're probably using every day. We're talking full support for Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, OpenCode, and Gemini CLI. So you can pretty much plug it into your existing setup right away.
So how does it actually do it? How does it transform that wild cowboy into a disciplined engineer? Well, it all comes down to a structured workflow.
And this is where the magic happens. The most important stuff goes down before a single line of code gets written. Instead of just jumping in, CodeForge makes the agent stop and think. It asks you questions, it proposes a few different ways to build the thing, and it literally waits for you to say, yes, that's the one, before it writes up a detailed plan. Just doing this one thing, it saves hours of building the wrong thing.
Okay, so then what happens when it actually starts coding? Well, it's all about quality control. It makes the agent do test-driven development. Write the test first, then write the code to make it pass. This is so crucial. It even spins up fresh subagents for different tasks to keep things from getting confused, and it runs code reviews on its own work. It literally cannot mark a task as done until everything is validated.
All right, this all sounds great in theory, but let's get down to brass tacks. What does this mean in the real world? Let's talk about the one thing we can't get more of, our time.
Just look at this breakdown. Without CodeForge, you can easily sink 2 hours into a single feature. Writing bad code, debugging it, then rewriting it all. With CodeForge, that same feature takes about 45 minutes. Why? Because all that planning up front and the disciplined execution cuts out all that wasted time.
And if you're a visual person, this chart just says it all. We're not talking about a little 5% improvement here. Dropping from 120 minutes down to 45 is a total game changer for every single thing you build.
So let's boil all that down to one big, beautiful number. If you build just 3 features in a day, this adds up to almost 4 hours saved. Every single day. Just think about that for a second. That's getting half of your workday back.
So you're probably asking 2 questions right now. Is this actually for me? And how much of a pain is it to get started?
Oh, this is for you if you're already in the trenches with these AI agents. If you want code you can actually ship, if you're a senior dev who is just so tired of babysitting an AI, or if you're on a team that desperately needs agents to follow a consistent process, this was built to solve your exact headaches.
And hey, let's be honest about who this isn't for. If you're totally new to AI agents, this probably isn't your first step. It's also not a set-it-and-forget-it tool with zero human oversight. And it's not a no-code solution. This is a professional tool for professionals.
And getting started, it's almost laughably easy. We're talking under 5 minutes. You download the files, copy a few things into your project, restart your agent, and that's it. The very next time you give it a task, you'll see it happen. It'll stop and it'll plan first. Just like that, discipline is installed.
Look, at the end of the day, it really comes down to this simple idea. You don't need a faster AI agent. They're already incredibly fast. What you need, what we all need, is a reliable one. CodeForge isn't a new engine. It's the guidance system.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Right now, is your AI just a really fast typist, or is it a true engineering partner? Because with a little bit of discipline, it can finally become that partner.